Hello and welcome to today's video. So this time we're going to be taking a look at my Sweeney collectibles. Now I have already done a video looking at the Sweeney books and the Sweeney albums, but this is the other sort of stuff that's in my collection. So we've got some records, we've got this poster mag, the script, there's some quad posters, autographs, badges, there's all sorts of stuff, and I think it will make quite an interesting video. So that's what we're going to be having a look at today. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. So I thought I'd start with one of the bigger items before we get into the paperwork and stuff, and that is the original Sweeney board game. Now this one was released in the UK by Omnia. I don't know if they did many other board games, but absolutely great box art on this one. This was actually one that I picked up at a jumble sale or boot sale many years ago, but it's blooming brilliant, I have to say, and it was virtually unused. The actual board itself sort of fits together jigsaw style here. Now that's in itself pretty unremarkable, but if you look at the back of the board, it's got it from the title sequence. Look at that, Sweeney Todd, Flying Todd, absolutely awesome. But they've adjusted it for the it says 1975 Omni Pastimes Limited. How cool is that? I think that's brilliant. So that's the actual board, and then the playing field, you have this to one side as well. So this has got this is just awesome at the top here, with John Thor there and Dennis Waterman, and you got your Sweeney on this side and the villains on that side, and here's your characters. So you got like the policeman here is representing the Sweeney and villains there. So absolutely fantastic, and the little pegs to show your progress going up. Really nice game. This one's got a few cards in it as well. So unsolved bank robbery. So you got to call the Sweeney. Sweeney are required. Fence, Sweeney required. Brilliant, isn't it? And then it's got a little thing there saying, in the event of anything missing, give Omni Pastimes in Oldby, Leicestershire, a call, and they'll sort you out. So that is rather nice, isn't it? It's a real cool little game, that one, and I'm certainly very pleased to have it in my collection. I think these are getting quite scarce, you know, nowadays. They used to be dirt cheap. I think I only paid a couple of pounds for mine, admittedly at a jumble sale, but I believe they are somewhat dearer than that these days. So that's quite... I just wonder, I didn't see any instructions, I was going to say. There we are, inside the lid. So often if you didn't get an instruction sheet, they would paste it to the inside of the lid, and that's exactly what we've got there. Great stuff. All right, so that's that one out of the way. Now I think this is going to be too big for the table. So this is the original British quad poster to the Sweeney. So there's a little picture inside it here of the one that should be on there, and it's got 80p. That's it. So I don't remember if I paid 80p for this. It was probably more like £5 to £10, but we'll have a look. I mean, it has been folded, but for all I know, they all came folded. And yeah, we're going to struggle a little bit to get it out on display, but let's see if we can see it in all its magnificence. Look at this. Oh, wow. Ha! Right. I'm just pulling out. Look at that there. Showing at this club Tuesday, the 1st of July. 8 p.m. Prompt. Don't be late. How amazing is that? Look at the size of it. It's enormous. Absolutely enormous. I don't remember British quads being that massive, to be honest. But it is superb, isn't it? Absolutely superb. I'm just wondering who the artist is. It is similar to the style of a guy called Tom Chantrell. And Tom Chantrell did a lot of British movie posters around this sort of period. So it could easily be him. Easily it could be him. But yeah, how cool is that? I think this bit here, showing at this club, is just amazing. But I can't get over how large it is. Absolutely enormous. Fantastic, that one. Really great. I'm delighted to have that one. Cool. Okay then, so I've come in a bit closer now. So I've got a couple of original pin badges, and these are just pretty ordinary, really. They both have the Sweeney logo on. I'm imagining that these are legit. It's got a copyright around the edge there. Copyright Ian Kennedy Martin and Euston Films. So I'm assuming those are legit, but they just look a little bit tacky, shall we say, but cool stuff all the same. Now, these here are DVDs. Now, before the rather lovely DVD box set came out, the Sweeney was obviously on video, and I must admit I've forgotten to dig my videos out, but not the end of the world. I have got the Sweeney and the Sweeney movies on original video and home rental video, so maybe I'll do those in another sort of retro video. But these were the first time the Sweeney was released on DVD, and best bank jobs, best car chases, and then that was the original pilot, of course. Now, I seem to remember the pilot was excellent, but these ones, they released them in widescreen and it looked blooming awful. And you can see it just stretched out. It was absolutely awful. So lovely to see in beautiful high definition, but the fact that they were stretched out like that was appalling. So best kept to one side. Certainly when they re-released the DVD box set, vast improvement. Now, this is something you don't see every day. So this is the film script, post-production script. So date for the first Sweeney movie, I believe. So this is printed in London, dated September 1976. Yes, 10 reels, running time 1 hour 37. Produced by Ted Charles, directed by David Wicks. There we are, look. Yeah, this is it. This is the original script for the first ever Sweeney movie. How cool is that, eh? It's an original one there. Can't be many of them that have survived. And you can see it is original just by the aging of it. And this was one of a few bits and pieces I bought from a particular guy who worked on, who used to have lots of British film memorabilia. So it came from him. Up next, a couple of autographs. So there is Garfield Morgan there. A little signed Garfield Morgan and a John Thor. I haven't got a similar one for Dennis Waterman, but I'm sure I've got one somewhere again. And I've just realised there's the Dennis Waterman biography as well, which I've got but isn't signed. But anyway, once again, not that vital for this video. We are trying to concentrate on Sweeney stuff. This is the press book for the Sweeney 2. Just like a little campaign booklet. So we just have a look. There's not a lot to these. So this has got a few stills inside from the film, and then some of the different posters that you could get for the Sweeney 2, local contacts, and then a cast sheet as well. So there's never a lot to these. Chances are that would have had a still or two in it, but sadly there isn't a still for me, just so that you could put a review out. So yeah, shame that, but good film all the same. Now I've got a couple of records now. So this one's the theme to the Sweeney 2, Tony Hatch Orchestra, 60p. And what's this here? This is Alan Chew Orchestra for the Sweeneys. And this is dated 76. It's got a big A in there, so it's an advanced copy. It says it's released 8th of October 76. I have a funny feeling this might be for the first movie, possibly, on Epic Records. Quite unusual, that one. It's quite nice, isn't it? This is pretty scarce. This is the Sweeney poster magazine. Yeah, absolutely great item, this one. I had this one a long time. Quite scarce. I seem to remember the actual poster that it folds out to is just awesome. It's got the two of them both fag in mouth, like, you know. It's just brilliant. So it's the typical sort of thing that you would think. Dennis Waterman is the heartthrob. Here's your chance to win Dennis Waterman's raunchy rock stereo album. Well, no thanks. And then the poster, look at that. You're going to really want, I think this deserves me pulling out just a minute. Hold on. Just look at that. You're going to want a photo of Regan there having half a fag, in you, with his hair like that on your wall. I mean, really, that is it is beyond belief. But there you go. That was a sign of the times. That was the mid-70s for you. Absolutely awesome, that poster. Right, we're back in. So we got some magazines now. I'm not sure if these are all in order. So this is a copy of Film Review, and dated March 1978. So obviously Regan and Carter are back. So that's the reason I've got this one. And look, get ready for the Star Wars explosion. Well, we were ready. We were ready. Look at Sybil Shepherd there. So where's the thing on the Sweeney then? So there's an interview with Alec Guinness and Star Wars. Regan and Carter on page 6. So let's have a little look here. There we are. Swinging to Sweeney action again. Below, John Thor receives from Joan Collins the 1977 Evening News British Film Award, naming him Best Actor. Well, there we are. How cool is that? So yeah, Film Review, it used to be brilliant. I mean, just, you know, these sort of days, you just don't think of these sorts of magazines anymore. It's all on the internet. You just go to IMDb. But back in the day, this is what people had. So that's quite a nice little... The reason I've got that is just because it's got the Sweeney on the front cover there. And that would be enough for me back in the day. Here is another copy of Film Review. This one's May 1978. And this time they get a bit more... In fact, they've used the same picture that they used on that one, except it's much larger and in full colour. And Britain's top cops, played by Thor and Waterman, are back again in the Sweeney 2. Awesome stuff. And let's just see that one. So page 6 again. Here we are. It's just looking at now in Sweeney 2 is Sweeney versus Blaggers, and then that's some of the women. Oh dear. Huh. There we are. Now this next one's quite interesting. This is a TV detective special. So there's Patrick Moore. He would have been from the series Target, which is actually like the BBC version of the Sweeney. It only ran for 2 seasons, and I've only ever seen season 1. I think season 2 is really, really difficult to get hold of. But this is, yeah, TV cops basically, and there is a Sweeney bit in here, which is why I've got this one. So let's have a look here. So whether the Sweeney have got their own section, or if it's just there's Katie Manning there from Doctor Who fame. She's in a very early episode of Target as a brilliant episode as a heroin addict. So I haven't found the Sweeney yet, but it does say they're in here. Rockford Files, all the cool series from back in the day. There's the Saint there, Ian Ogilvy. The Quiz. Starsky and Hutch. Come on, where's the Sweeney, man? Beretta. Ah, here we are. And Nothing But the Truth. Thor versus Waterman. It looks like they're actually interviewed in this one. That's quite good, isn't it? Sweeney was very big back then. So it's actually a few page article here. So yeah, interview with both the guys. Yeah, pretty good. Then look at Charlie's Angels, French Connection 2, a great film, that one. There we are, The Professionals. Starsky and Hutch again. Pretty good, that one, isn't it, actually? There's some other issues of TV Detectives on the back. Look at that one. I've not got that one. That's just got John Thor cover. So that'd be one to track down. I think they're pretty scarce, these. That's really nice nick, nice and flat, that one. So that's cool. Now, the last bit I've got to go through is this. Now, make a little bit more room. It's pretty cool, this. This is another promotional book for the second Sweeney film. It's massive, really, really big here. If I give you an idea of the size, if you compare it to the size of a DVD, it's almost twice the height of a DVD. And this was once again, it's a campaign book. But it's a really nice one because it's super glossy. So if we go through it, you'll see why it's so cool. So full background to it. And I noticed with interest that it's in British, French, and it appears Italian. So the whole thing is in 3 languages, or at least the synopsis was, which is quite interesting. So they probably released this throughout Europe. And as I said, it's all, each page is really glossy. That's nice as well, isn't it? The colour stills there. Very, very good. Promotion time, so there was the disc, the Sweeney 2 single, and the paperback book, the Sweeney 2. Now, as you know, I have already done a video, which I shall link to right now and also at the end of this video, and that covers all the original Sweeney books. So do go and check that one out if you haven't already, because that's where all the paperbacks are. So there you go. That is a few extra bits and pieces that were in my collection. Let's have a look at them all now. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed looking through my Sweeney collectibles beyond the books, as it were. I've certainly enjoyed getting some of those bits and pieces out again. Some of those I haven't seen for about 2 decades. So yeah, it's been pretty cool getting those out. If you have enjoyed today's video, do please give it a thumbs up. Do please consider subscribing for regular and similar content on my channel. And I shall look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.